Cooking a Christmas turkey, for some people, is a terrifying challenge. People are frightened of overcooking it, undercooking it. How long do you put it in the oven? What do you do with it? How do you prepare it? What I'm going to do is show you 5 very simple steps to make it so very easy. And really, trust me, believe me, there's nothing simpler than roasting a Christmas turkey. These black feather stubs are the sole reason the bronze turkey disappeared. They were seen to be really unsightly. What's absolutely crazy is the white turkey, of course, has got the same amount of feather stubs, but because it's got a white pigment, you can't see the feathers. So, the 5 easy steps to cooking your KellyBronze turkey. Number 1, how to prepare it for the oven. Number 2, how to cook it to absolute perfection. Number 3, what to do with the turkey when it comes out of the oven. How long are we going to rest it for? Number 4, how to carve it. And number 5, how to serve it. Step 1, preparation and what to do with your KellyBronze turkey when it arrives. It will arrive in a box like this. First thing to do is to open the box up. We're going to take the cooking instructions out, the meat thermometer, and then the giblets are in the cavity of the bird. So, it's Christmas morning. What to do now? Well, 2 or 3 hours before you're going to have your Christmas lunch or Christmas dinner, you've got to go and take the turkey out of the fridge. The reason for taking the turkey out of the fridge early, before putting it in the oven, is so you can, what we call, rest the meat. It's important not to take it from a very cold atmosphere and put it in the oven which is very hot, because you'll shock the meat. Take the turkey out of the box, and if you want to, you can give it a good wash through with nice cold water. Place the bird in the tin, breast down. Now that's very, very important. Now the reason for putting it breast down is all the fat deposits of the turkey are down here on the back. So when you're cooking it, the heat is going through the bird, through the fat, and then the fat is going down through the breast, and it's basting itself. You don't need to baste a KellyBronze turkey. Because it's so mature, because it's got that fat marbling, it bastes itself. So the bird's breast down. Then we want to season it. So we take a pinch of salt, sprinkle it over, and then here's the pepper. And now if you do like onions, I'd like to put just a few onions around the outside of the bird when roasting it, just to give the stock a little bit of flavour. So, turkey's breast down, onions around the bird. Don't forget your giblets. This is such an important part of getting a wonderful stock. You take your giblets and you just put them around the breast. The giblets consist of the heart, the liver, the gizzard and the neck, and that will give you a beautiful stock. So when you've got your bird like that, all you do is put that to one side of the kitchen 2 or 3 hours before putting it into the oven. The reason for that is so the meat will come up to room temperature, so we don't shock it when cooking it. Step 2, how to cook your turkey to perfection. And it's a bit later on in the day now, the turkey's been resting. You've probably had a few more glasses of champagne and are starting to giggle. But don't forget, you've got to put the turkey in the oven. It's been resting for a good 2 or 3 hours, up to room temperature, and we're going to put it into a nice hot oven. Now you notice with the turkey we don't use tin foil. The reason we don't use tin foil, or recommend using tin foil, is because you tend to get a steamed skin rather than a nice brown crispy skin. If you really do want to stuff the bird, maybe stuff the neck cavity, but if you go stuff the whole of the cavity, the heat can't get through the bird and it won't cook as well. Stuffing's beautiful with turkey, yeah, but maybe cook it separately. The final thing to do before putting the turkey in the oven is to get a cup full of water and just pour it into the roasting tin, and what that does is it stops the bird sticking to the tin. Very, very simple. Nice hot oven. Slide it in, shut the door, and we're going to forget about that for about an hour and a half. Let's talk about temperature and time, because the big question is, of course, how long do you cook your turkey for? The reality is most turkeys are overcooked. The KellyBronze, however, is a very, very special turkey because it's so mature. It's got a lot of fat marbling running through the meat. Fat heats up quicker than muscle tissue, and so therefore it conducts the heat through the bird. It's the same principle as a well-marbled steak, cooks a lot quicker than a lean steak. So turkey's the main ingredient. Why don't we go out onto the farm now and see what makes the KellyBronze so special and why it tastes so good. So here we are in the woodland with the KellyBronze turkeys. You can see they're all completely free range. It's a fantastic way of growing turkeys. KellyBronze turkey is natural season. That means they hatch late spring, early summer, and so they're going to be 6 or 7 months at Christmas. It's great to watch the turkeys in the woodland because what they're doing, of course, is eating and behaving naturally. They're walking about, foraging, eating the bugs and eating all the natural things, the leaves, and it's those natural flavours that once they've eaten them, they come through into the meat. And what's special about the KellyBronze is the breed's very important, but then we grow it to maturity, flavour comes with maturity, that has a bigger single impact on flavour. Of course they're all free range, I mean these, you can see it here. They're drug free of course, but then we dry pluck them and we hang them as you would a pheasant. Turkey is a game bird and it should be hung. And then of course the cooking is very important as well. But what you have got to do is put that whole perfect chain together and you'll get the very best turkey you can get. The turkey's been in the oven for about an hour and a half now, and we're now going to take it out and turn it over so we can brown the breast off. So you take the turkey out the oven tin, you get a pair of oven gloves, and what you do is you just pick the turkey up, hold the knuckles of the bird, and you turn it over in the roasting tin. There are all those lovely juices in the bottom, and then we just pop it back in the oven to brown the breast off for the last half an hour. Step 3, presenting and how to rest the turkey. So we're going to take it out of the oven. Lovely crispy brown skin on the breast. Let's put the oven thermometer deep into the breast and let's see if it reaches temperature. So she's now cooked. Now what we mustn't do is carve this immediately. The reason for that is you have to rest the meat. As it's come out of the oven, what happens is all the muscle fibres are big and they've expanded. By letting it cool, the muscle fibres close down themselves and they trap the moisture. If you start to carve it when it's too hot, all the juices will come out and it won't taste as good and it will have a dry texture. Now, because we're letting it stand, what we've done, of course, is free all the oven space up so you can go in, you can do your veg, you can do your stuffing, the whole cooker's free, you can prepare everything else, just leave the turkey on the side. Let it stand for an hour, it's not going to go cold. We're now going to take the turkey out of the roasting tin and put it into the carving dish. Get your oven gloves, pick it up by the legs. Now see, when you pick this turkey up, it doesn't all fall apart. If you do that with a normal turkey, it would all go bloop, fall apart. So you can pick the bird up by the legs, put it onto the carving plate, and then we've got all this beautiful, wonderful, rich stock left in the bottom of the tin with the roast onions. Get your spoon and you just go around the roasting tin, scraping off all those lovely crispy bits, the caramelised bits at the bottom of the roasting tin that carry a lot of the flavour. And then you pour that stock into a container. It's the maturity that produces this wonderful brown stock. And it's full of flavour. Please, please, please don't spoil a KellyBronze turkey by adding any gravy granules or stock cubes. It really doesn't need it. Because it's that mature bird, it produces its own wonderful stock and doesn't need any help whatsoever. So step 4, how to carve the turkey. The way I'm going to show you how to carve the turkey is probably very, very different to that you've done before. It's all about what we call breaking the bird down, and if you follow this method you get so many more servings out of it. We're going to take the leg off, we're going to take the wing off, then we're going to take the breasts off, and then we carve the meat. Sharp knife and a carving fork. Take the knife and using the tip of the blade we're just going to cut through the skin of the thigh. So you've cut the skin, fold the bird over onto its breast like that, and then you just peel back the leg like that. There we go. Now what we've got here, this actually is the very best part of the turkey. Now a lot of people miss this. That is what we call the oyster. That's in the back rib cage. It's similar to the fillet. Look at that. And that actually is the carver's perks. So turn the turkey back over onto its back and then just hold the wingtip. And because we've let the turkey stand, it's nice and cool so you can handle the bird. That's very easy. That will just peel off, and if you have to, just slip the wing off. So that's exposed the whole of the breast, and that in itself would make it easier to carve. But we're going to go a step further and we're going to take the whole of that breast off and put it onto the plate. So with the sharp knife, just follow the line of the bone, and just concentrate on keeping in tight. There we go. That way you're not going to leave a lot of meat on the carcass, you'll get as much off as possible. With the carving fork, put it into the breast, and you could just fold it back, pull it back, and that exposes the bird so you can see what you're doing a little easier. In. There we go. So that's the whole of the turkey breast off. As I say, I make this look quite easy. It probably won't be as easy for you, but you don't have to panic. Just take your time. And then let's not forget the parson's nose. A lot of people love the parson's nose. You could just hold that and just break it off. Beautiful, look at that lovely brown crispy skin. There we go. So we've broken the bird down, and that's actually the carcass of the turkey. You see, we've taken the leg off, we've taken the wing off, and we've taken the breast off, both sides. That, of course, is a beautiful soup pack, so don't throw it away. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to peel the skin off, because some people love the skin, and that is beautifully brown and crispy. And because we've taken the breast lobes off the bird, we can now get lovely slices of beautiful turkey meat. The old traditional breeds, they've got a very, very fine meat texture, and that's why when you see I'm carving, it doesn't fall apart. It's not flaky, it's not dry. And you can see by carving it like this, we can carve down through the breast and get lovely slices of beautiful breast meat. And again, look at the turkey meat here. Look at the beautiful, beautiful dark meat. The reason this is dark is because of the hemoglobin. The birds are all free range, they're very mature, so they've got mature dark meat. That hemoglobin gives it that lovely dark, rich colour, and it also adds lots and lots of flavour. Now you can just carve the dark meat into the bottom of the carving tin. So there we've broken the whole turkey down, and now it's ready for serving. Before we serve it, we're actually going to pour the stock over the meat, because if you pour the stock over the meat, then what's happening is the meat is taking up the full flavour of the turkey, because all the flavour of the turkey is in the juices as well as the meat. So by pouring the juices over the meat, it's going to take up the full flavour of the bird. And here we are, the last step, step 5, serving and eating the turkey. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Good natural food to be enjoyed by everyone. Here's the stock, there's the turkey. I'm just going to pour the stock, all the juices of the bird, over the meat, so it takes up the full flavour of our KellyBronze turkey. Nothing could be simpler. You can find this whole process itemised and listed on the main menu of the DVD, but if you need more information, just hop onto our website, www.kellyturkeys.com.